Welcome back to Garth's Graveyard Garage. In this episode, we're going to finally tackle this 1961 Buick Electra that's been sitting for over 40 years. So, don't know anything about it. We're going to find out together. So, here we go. What's going on, everybody? We are back, and this time we're playing with this Buick. Now, if you didn't catch the other video where I talked about this Buick, I was out here one day and old Iceman called me and or he texted me and said, hey, can you weld my trailer? It's got a broken bracket for the winch. I've got a heavy load. I said, yeah, bring it on by. And so got the welder out and everything, and all of a sudden he comes rolling up with this on his trailer. And at first I thought maybe he was surprising me, but he got out of his truck like nothing, and I looked at the trailer and saw this sitting on it, and I'm like, what's that? And he said, it's a 61 Buick. I said, yeah, why are you scrapping that? And he said, well, it's a piece of junk. I'm like, no, it's not. He didn't know anything about this car. He just saw it as a pile of junk. We've since had a talk about that, and anytime he's gonna scrap a car, he needs to talk to me first, because I try to keep up with stuff, even though the landscape's always changing on what people are after. I mean, I found out recently people are collecting Ford Escorts. Never thought that was gonna happen. But anyways, I gave him a scrap price for this car, plus that little Ford Ranger we had picked up, because I'd rather have this over that Ford Ranger. That Ford Ranger was missing a transmission and it was ugly. So yeah, we kicked it off the trailer and threw it in the yard, and I just got it moved over here. And I found out the hard way that the early Buicks used reverse lugs, and it made me realize why there were so many broken lugs on this car. I was not the first one, I guess, to figure out the hard way, because I broke them all off. This wheel. But a minute ago, I went ahead and popped the hub off, popped on some new lugs, and this time they are correct thread, none of this reverse stuff, because anyone that has this car after me is probably not going to know any better either, and we don't need them breaking off again. So I did that one. I haven't done any of the others yet, but I have not really gone through this car other than the fact that I did pop the hood, and that's what happened to it, but I wanted to make sure the engine was in it. Now, if you're not familiar with this car, that is a 401 Nailhead. Very sought after engine, especially by hot rodders. I might misquote it a little bit, but 325 horsepower, and I think it was 425 on the torque. So very sought after engine, and this is a base model Electra. As far as the two-door bubble top, hard top, whatever you want to call this, there was only, I believe, around 4,200 made of this car. Another reason why it does not need to go to scrap. Now, it wasn't banged up too bad till Iceman got a hold of it, because he wasn't nice to it, because he thought he was going to scrap it. So he kind of bent the bumper here, and there's a few little scrapes here or there. But outside of this hood, I don't think there's going to be any repairing this. I don't know. That's a later thing. But in doing research on this car, parts are extremely hard to find. First thing I wanted to find was a new set of hood hinges. Normally that's an easy thing to find, but this car, no. No company makes them. I couldn't find any used ones, eBay, anywhere. And was about to just give up. I couldn't rebuild them because this one collapsed. The other one's just straight up missing. So some guys said, just rebuild what you got. Well, can't. It's not there. So I joined an old Buick group, posted a picture of this car and said, hey, I just got this car. Anybody have any hinges? I got a lot of laughing reactions to me and said, good luck. Those hinges are gold. We all need hinges. It was just negative comment after negative comment. And I'm like, great. That's why this gentleman that had this car probably threw it away. Out of nowhere, I get a random message from a guy in the group. First thought is probably a scammer because that happens a lot. But he said, hey, I have a set of hinges for that car that I have sandblasted, repainted, and they look brand new. I'll send them to your door for 200 bucks. And I'm like, you know what, at this point, it's worth the gamble. I kind of checked out his profile. He looked legit. So I PayPal'd him 200 bucks with the protection just in case. That way, if it was a scam, I could at least try and get my money back. Sent him the money, and 10 minutes later, I had a tracking number and a picture of the parts and the box. I was like, all right, maybe it's legit. 5 days later, they showed up. Brand new, looked like a brand new set of hinges for this car. So, Chris, you rock. Thank you for sending those to me. But yeah, don't know anything about this engine. We don't know why it was parked over 40 years ago. We know nothing. I know the shifter is disconnected, and in a minute we'll try and get this hood up. But I figure we do a little walk around on this thing and see what all we're dealing with. There are cancer spots in the normal areas, the rockers and over here in the fender wells, anywhere rain gets caught, but the door's still open good. Everything is still in here. The dash pad is cracked. You have to don't mind my strap here. I had to move the car and I had to pull it from the back. Well, I mean, the old clock is still in here, original radio, glove box. This is something I've never seen before. It's a tilt mirror. One, if you're too short, and also if the lighting is wrong, you can kind of tilt it to where you can see it better. And then this is very cool. You can set your speed alarm. So if you want to make sure the car yells at you if you're doing over 80, you just set your little dial here to 80 miles an hour and a buzzer will go off. So pretty cool. Don't have keys, but luckily this thing's in the right position. As long as we don't go to the lock position, we'll be all right. Another part, hard to find, this ignition tumbler. Let's see, it looks like it may have been smoked in. Cigarette lighter's even still in it. Floor pans, they're not bad from what I've seen so far. Not like the trunk. The trunk pan is non-existent. The back seat, this is how you can see back there. Back seat's here. I don't know what all's in here, but I can get a kit. I don't even know if these, it might work. Yeah, well, it's trying to. Got the roll down windows for the back seat. Lots of leg room back here. What we got here? I don't know. It's an old bottle. I don't know. Let's see. Can't make out where it's from, but that's definitely an old bottle. So that's cool. Yeah. Floor pan's bad back here, but I've already looked around. I can get a whole new floor pan front and back for this thing, and I think it was like 400 bucks. If we go that far. I don't know how far we're going with this car. Don't know. Got some cancer up here. That can be fixed, but it's still solid. Fuel cap. I don't know if there's even a fuel tank in here. I haven't seen it yet. I have not popped the trunk. Didn't figure there was a point since I know there's no floor pan in it. Tires were shot, so I just threw a set of trailer tires on it. We got cancer, 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 all the low spots. So yeah, there's the car. I don't want to talk about it too much because I do want to dig in. But I figured, let's see if we can get this hood open. I would like to get the hinges on this thing. Broken hubcap. Let's see if it's gonna... Yeah. Well, let's see. We got... Oh, wait a minute. Looks like there is a hinge over there. I just didn't see it last time. Huh. Well, yeah, I didn't, like I said, I didn't take a very good close look at it. Now that I know there's another hinge, I feel like an idiot because I probably could have just gotten these off and rebuilt it. I guess what I'm going to do real quick is we'll get you guys set up and we're going to see if we can just get this hood off the car. These hinges, oh, that's interesting. Some old rope tied to that brace. The only thing I've seen on the engine so far is distributor cap is missing and carburetor. And somebody had put a 4-barrel to 2-barrel adapter on this thing. I don't know why, but all right, enough talking. Let's get after this thing. Let's see if we can get this hood off of here. Looks like we got, yeah, 3 bolts on each side. Get this hood off, that'll make it easier to work on, and we can get those hinges on. All right, let's find out how rusty this is gonna be. Ouch. All right, well, so far so good. Well, there's one of the hood hinges right there. I'm sure those things are going to be very tight. I'm not too worried about damaging this hood because I'm going to have to try and find a replacement. There's an old salvage yard about 45 minutes from here. There's a chance there might be a hood out there. Because everything in that salvage yard, it's very famous in the area. Everything in that salvage yard is from the olden days. Like, there's piles of stuff like this. You can even find project vehicles in there that haven't been too badly damaged. Now, if these hinges are salvageable, I will have them rebuilt and then could sell them and get our money back. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be fun. I need a prop bar or something. Oh. Never mind, that hinge is broken. That's why I didn't see it. Yeah. Yeah, it's seized up here. Well, that could be re-welded. I don't know, we'll find out. I think all the spark plug wires are still here, but they're taking off the plugs. And one way you can identify a nail head is the valve covers, instead of sitting at an angle, they point straight up. I have never had one. I've heard about them. So this will be my first time getting to play with one. So this is going to be fun. Find out if this engine is seized. I don't even think we didn't even pull the dipstick on this. I know nothing about this engine. Could be full of water, since there's no carburetor on it. But luckily they had the air filter lid sitting on top of it. Hopefully that helped. But for 40 years, there is no telling. Alright. Yeah, that's very seized up. Can't believe how easy these bolts are coming out. Alright, it's loose. Let me see if I can get this off with minimal damage. Big car. So normally you can grab it like that, but this thing is long. Two people. I need two people. Guess it doesn't really matter if it hits the ground. Ow. Forgot the car is in neutral. Yeah, this thing is rotten all across the front. All right, I'll bring you guys over and let's inspect this thing together. All right, there she is in all her glory. Wildcat 445. Now, okay, I was off on the torque. The 445 is the torque. That's why they called it the Wildcat 445. Looks like we got a square bore. That's good. Oh, coil's missing. I've got a rat's nest going on. Let's see. Let's start up here. All the hoses on? Nope, never mind. Bottom radiator hose is missing. Let's see what the oil looks like. Wow. It's 1 quart low. That oil actually doesn't look too bad. Huh. All right, so far so good. I think what we might need to do next is get all of this off of it. Yeah, let's see. Put some tape over this. We'll blow all this out. See if we can get all this out. No telling what that was. That's battery. It's probably where ground. That's probably a positive. No telling what that wire goes to. Generator. Wow. Still spins. Okay. Fuel pump is disconnected at both ends. Transmission fluid. It's got some in it. Oh, that's ugly. Well, a little dirt on it, but underneath it, it's actually, yeah, it's actually red underneath. And still smells like transmission fluid. Huh, okay. Definitely have to clean the pan and stuff, but yeah, let me grab, actually, instead of blowing this everywhere, I'll grab this big stuff and then we'll get the vacuum out here and we'll vacuum all of this up. And yeah, we'll put a wrench on this thing and see what's going on with that belt. That belt came off and wrapped around the... Huh. Okay. Alright, well, yeah, we'll get a wrench on there. I'm going to go ahead and... we'll leave that belt on there, I guess. That one we're going to have to cut off because it's all wrapped around. But let's get this cleaned up, and then we'll get on that pulley. And let's find out if this thing is seized up or not. Let's see if this engine is going to spin over or not. I can't see the bolt, so bigger. Bigger. There it is. Golly, it's a big one. Now, I noticed when I was cleaning mud daubers a minute ago off the spark plugs, a couple of the spark plugs are loose. So somebody was definitely tinkering with this thing before or while it was parked. Let's see. Oh, go boy. That's not good. Oh, wait. It started to move. I took the belts off too. Off camera, I cut the belts off. Let's see if we can get a rotation out of this. Knocking dust in my eyes. I know, safety goggles. Oh, I heard a valve, or a valve spring. Oh, there's a hard spot. Oh boy. Probably gonna have to soak these cylinders. Probably got a ridge. Whew. I'm putting a lot of weight on it. Let's see. Go the other way. transmission cooling line is in the way. Let's try. Let me grab a pry bar. I feel better. At least we know it's not hard seized. It is hard seized that way. Try and make a few rotations backwards. I think it's going to be ring ridge from sitting. Wow. A bad spot. Dang, so much dust. No, loosening the bolt. Okay, we will oh, no, roll away. I'm gonna pull the spark plugs out and we'll look at those, and we'll squirt some tranny fluid up in there and let them soak, probably overnight. Now that we know it's not hard seized, I'm pretty sure we'll get it loose. We may pop the valve covers off, look at those, see what the condition is of the valves, or valve springs, and the rockers. Yeah, I guess I need to put a parts list together. We need to get a few things. Carburetor for right now. I'm sure I've got an old Edelbrock laying around somewhere, or a Quadrajet or something. Throw something on there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get these spark plugs out and we can see what they look like. One thing I do like is they very easy to get to. That one's right there. And on the other side, pretty much the same thing. All very easy to get to. So let's see. Well, the ones that are loose, let's see, I think it was this one. Yeah, this one's loose. Oh. I mean, all in all, that's actually not bad. I think this dirt dauber one was loose. And it's the same. Okay. So is this one loose? Yeah, that one's loose too. Same. I think this one was tight. Yeah. All right, let me pop these out real quick and then we'll be right back. Yeah, that number 1 plug was loose. This side was all tight, and again, don't look real bad. They're all even, so that's a good thing. Went ahead and vacuumed out, and we'll squirt some stuff down in there. Luckily we got a good tilt so that fluid can sit in there and soak, and then we can come back around to that. Looks like these valve covers on this engine, there's our firing order, that 1, 2, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6. There it is. Looks like it's still blue under there. There you go. 1, 2, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 3. Huh. Okay. Yeah, never worked on one of these before, so that's a new firing order for me. All right, and I'm gonna assume it's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 being GM. Let's see. Yeah, let me fill up a, let me see if I got some fluid. Oh, there's some points fell down in there. Definitely gonna need, ooh, new ones. Those are probably the ones that came out of this car. That distributor looks horrible. Yeah. There's, I guess that's probably the wiring for it. That's probably the, what is it? Oh, that's the thermostat. Or not thermostat, resistor. Fan resistor. Alright. Yeah, I know they make a HEI distributor for this, so we might go that route. And to clean this carbon out, that little passageway right there is all blocked there. Clean these bolt holes out, and or these stud holes or whatever, and let that soak. Yeah, I've got a good feeling so far. Nothing's scaring me yet, but I think we'll take the valve covers off, especially since there's only 2 bolts and they'll pop right off of there, it looks like. So we'll pop them off. We might go ahead and do that real quick. Let's pop these valve covers off and see what's hiding underneath. That was loose. Hopefully this here hose isn't in the way. Yeah, there we go. All right, what's behind door number 1? Huh, all right. It's a little sludgy. Oh, yeah. They did not change their oil like they were supposed to. That's kind of scary. Oh, there's a millipede down in there. I can grab a screwdriver. Where the drain holes are on this thing. Eesh. It's not where I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's not bad. A little heat and this would probably have thinned back up. It's not petrified, so that's good. I feel better. There's the oil drain back into the engine on this. Yeah, I mean, it's syrupy. I feel better, but I don't know where I'm not familiar with these engines, like I said, so I don't know where the oil drains back in. For a minute there, it looked like the gutters were blocked, but there's no holes there. Huh, okay. Well, on a positive note, it doesn't look bad. Oh, let's pop that one off and see what it looks like. Definitely a goofy setup, but it's kind of fun since I've never done it before. It's cool to play with something new. Oh, I just noticed some cut wires. That's a wiper motor. Oh, this one says firing order on this side too. So yeah, we got options on this car. If the engine's good, we can fix the car up, pull the engine out, use it in something else. We got options. Oh, I meant to do that. Let me put stuff right in the way. Oh, well, just broke that gasket. And same on this side. Definitely need to clean it up. Yeah, it's mushy. Valve cover gasket. I have to order some of those. All right, let me get you closer. So yeah, you can see what I'm talking about. It's nasty. It's not bad. I've seen a lot worse. At least it's not solidified carbon, but it was definitely overdue for an oil change. Now we will run some cleaners through this. They should clean all that up pretty good. But up top, not seeing any damage. Everything looks as it should. As I think it should, since I don't know this engine. All right, well, let me get some, get my bottle filled with some transmission fluid and start filling up some cylinders. Let's see if we can get some of this down in there. Either that cylinder's at the bottom or there's a missing ring. Really can't. Really? That one cylinder just took this whole jug, so we might be at the bottom. I hope that's what it is. Let's try another one. Alright, where's my screwdriver? This is ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, these are at the bottom. That one's at the top. That one's halfway up. Okay, I feel better. Alright, we need some more. Put a little bit more in there. Yep, there it goes. It's gonna make a good mess on the ground. That's enough. And check that power steering. It's actually good. Generator's good, and surprisingly, the water pump's not seized. It makes a little noise, but yeah, you can hear the sounds like maybe the bearings in there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Everything on this engine is just so easy to access. I mean, easy to get to. So far, I like it. All right, I'm gonna let that soak for a little bit, and then we'll come back and try some more turns on it and see how she does. I really hate to just stick a battery in here and crank through it, but yeah, I don't know. Worst case scenario, we'll jack the car up and we'll get on the flywheel and work it that way. Decided to lift the car up so I could get underneath to possibly get more access to the flywheel or the crank pulley, and took a gander over that direction towards the flywheel, and there is no starter on this car. I don't even see the wiring for the starter. They were nice enough to leave the starter bolts, but we're gonna have to figure out where the wiring is. That goes to that, that goes to that. That goes that way. Got dust blowing into the engine, so that's always good. Yeah. I don't know. This is gonna turn into a nightmare. I found the ignition wires, figured that out. Trying to get parts ordered. But yeah, I'm not seeing the starter wires, so I'm not sure. I guess I need to find a diagram to this car, but I figure, let's see, one thing we can do, sometimes you get lucky. I saw the air cleaner for this car sitting up in the ledge in the trunk, so let's see if we can get into this thing, and maybe there's a starter. I don't even know how this thing... Oh, was that it? Oh, there it is. Oh, there's the radiator hose. God, look at the size of this trunk. I'm gonna... Where does the fuel tank go on this car? Is it... Well, let's see. I guess it's up under there. Well, since we can do this, let's see what we got in here. radiator hose, air cleaner, so I'm glad that's here. No starter though. Okay. I know the spare tire is supposed to go right here. What else we got? Broken. Can. That's it. And I'm guessing this is the lower radiator hose. I just dumped that all over myself. Great. All right. Well, there's the. Somebody else popped the trunk lock out. I knew this pan was shot, but luckily they sell this insert, and it's only like, I think, 150 bucks or something. So we can put a whole new trunk in here. We're still somewhat okay up here. We'll have to do some patching, but this is later. I'm gonna figure out first if this thing's gonna run or not. Great, what's going on here? And you gotta slam it. Oh, I got a rock in here. Let's try again. Oh boy. Let's leave it like that for now. It's not like anybody can steal anything out of the trunk. Say one in the trunk, they'll just crawl in the bottom. Alright, we've had this soaking for a little while. Let's see if we've got any changes. The fluid's coming out. Ugh. Oh, I think it just went. Well, got past one. Yeah, there's fluid everywhere. Time to bust out the kitty litter. I want to break that bolt off. Go the other way. Trying to find a starter for this car. I don't know how long it's going to take. There's two different styles. I ordered one, so we'll see. It's apparently a few weeks away. Nobody local has it. Again, hard to find parts for this car. Hard spot. Oh, there it went. Oh, might have gone. Air compression. Spot. There it goes. Yep, I think we got it. Get a few rotations. Yeah, it's getting a lot easier. Let's try and go the other way now without a breaker bar. Trying not to get rained on.
All right, this engine is unseized. Whew! I wish we could get further. If the starter was in here, I'd hook up some cables, spin it over. Whew, that just wore me out. All right, well, I guess we'll come back. I've ordered ignition parts and all that stuff. Ordered a starter, that's the only thing. I don't know when that's going to show up. But, yeah, we're kind of stuck at the moment until parts show up. But I've also got to try and figure out what the deal is with the starter wiring. But before I crawl under that area and go digging for wiring, I'm gonna look at a diagram and put some kitty litter down. All right, we are back, and Ice is with us for this one. We just got through working on his old girl, and now we're gonna jump back over here. I put a new terminal on here, ran a new ground cable over to, I think it goes there. And then from the terminal, the positive terminal, down to the starter that wasn't there, ran a new cable down there. I think that purple wire is the starter wire, the kick wire. Let's see, what we got going on down here. I managed to find from Speedway Motors a new starter. So I slapped that on, ran that cable down. I think first thing we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna pop a battery in this thing. And then we'll see if we've got power in the car. And then we'll get him to turn the ignition switch. And we'll see if we get power here for the start. And if we do, then if we verify that's it, we'll run a wire down. And then we'll see if this engine's gonna turn over under its own power for the first time in 40 years.
Not bad.
And this old crusty batteries, but it's all I got laying around. Is it gonna fit in there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it does fit.
It's real nice too. Almost like it was supposed to go there.
All right, let's see.
Cold cables.
And that's brand new, so we're gonna have to open it up.
You may have to.
Yeah,
You want your rubber hammer?
it's underneath the car.
Oh.
Because I had to rubber hammer that starter on. Oh, that one went right on.
Oh, yours went on real easy?
Well, that one, yeah. Wait, we have them right? That is positive? Okay.
Yeah.
Just double checking.
You'll need a ½ inch probably to tighten. Wait, you're not gonna be able to get very much.
They put that in a bad spot.
Yeah, they did. Were you gonna do it upside down? Put it this way?
You can. Yeah, let's do that. Don't matter.
Well, that way you can.
Yeah.
Well, now I got that one in the bind.
Well, as long as we've got connection right now, I mean, we can worry about that later. Let's see. Do a little test in here real quick.
Let me shut my door so you don't run into it.
Let's see if anything happens.
Hold the door open for you.
See if anything happens.
Such a gentleman I am.
Not seeing any lights or anything. Oh,
Yeah, I saw one.
there it is.
Generator.
All right, so we got power in here. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is I'll
Run a lot of wire.
I'm gonna put my tester, my test light on that.
I got one right here.
Oh, you got one? We'll put the test light on there real quick, and then you'll turn that key, or the missing key, and we'll see if this wire gets hot. If this one gets hot, we know that's the starter wire. If you can't find yours, I know where mine is. Oh, you got it.
Buried under this one there. At the bottom of the ocean, like the Titanic.
He always did, what, the third starter change on this?
Oh, no, four.
Four? No, no, I mean within the past week.
Oh, honey.
And then his e-brake popped, so it wasn't hooked up. He hasn't had e-brake in a while.
That's been fun.
Oh, we still got to do your door, though.
What?
But we still got to work on that door.
I can live with a strap around the...
Yeah, he has to rope his door shut at the moment right now, so...
Let's show everybody.
Yeah, so that goes inside.
This goes behind the backrest so that if I make a right-hand turn, I don't go flying out of the truck. That was my own design.
Hook that to ground, and then... All right, let's see. I'll do this real quick and show this. You turn the key to like you're going to start it, and let's see if this gets hot. Is this an obvious light? Where's the bulb?
It's right in the middle.
It's in the middle? Okay.
There's no key in it. Where's the key at?
You don't need a key. Just turn the switch.
I got the gen light on.
All right, turn it to start.
Light went away. Now it's back on.
You flicking it to start?
Yeah.
I'm
holding it down.
not getting a light. All right, well, I'll put you guys on pause for a minute. We're going to probe around so we can find the starter wire, and then we'll be right back. All right, I don't know if the problem is inside the car or where the problem is. We're not getting signal on start to there. So we hooked up the trigger. We're going to try this real quick. Let's see if it bumps. Uh-oh.
Not hitting.
Tell me that's not the right starter.
Not hitting the flywheel.
I wonder if... Can you see if you can see it underneath? See if you see the appendix actually shooting out.
Oh, God.
I don't know if you can see the bottom inspection cover is off.
Let me see that light you have.
Where's the light? Oh, there you go. You see the starter. See if you can see up in there. If you can see where you see where it's supposed to hit the starter.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You see it?
I do.
See if it comes out.
It does come out.
It does?
It's hitting it.
It's hitting it?
Yeah, it's hitting the flywheel, but not where the teeth are hit. It's hitting it. How do I say that? It's too short.
Oh, it's not going out far enough.
But because it's hitting the flywheel.
Oh, because it's... Are you sure?
You come look and I'll do that.
Okay. All right.
That hitting sound you're hearing is the starter hitting the flywheel.
Okay. Well, let me see what we got. But you can see it pretty good?
Oh yeah, you see it real good.
All right, let me get
I can tell it's not hitting the flywheel. It's hitting the flywheel.
I'm getting caught on all the gravel. Let's see. All right, go ahead. Oh, no, it just doesn't go out far enough.
It's not hitting the flywheel?
I don't think, no. No, it's not even going all the way to it. This,
Too short.
yeah, that's too short. They sent me the wrong freaking starters, what they did. Even though it said guaranteed to fit.
Yeah, I've heard that on mini boxes.
Oh, God. Well, that just shut down what we're doing today.
Because it's not, so you...
That means I gotta also contact Speedway Motors and tell them their chart is wrong.
Yeah, you sent the wrong starter.
So, well, you got
we never got power to it.
yeah, we got power to the car. The car's got power. I didn't check to see if anything else works inside there. Let's see if anything.
What would you test?
Let's see.
No, you ain't got no headlights.
Yeah, it's got headlights.
They're not in the hole.
What? Here, watch out.
Oh, you mean just the switch?
Should be that one. Yeah. Any tail lights or anything? Let's see. No. Oh, well, it would help if there was bulbs. There's one headlight, I think, hooked up. Is the key on? No. I wonder if the key's got to be on. Try to turn the key to on. Try turn signal. Anything blinking, do anything? Generator light on? Okay. So it's getting power. All right, well, let me see. Let me hop in there real quick.
I don't know what else you can test if it ain't got
a radio?
no hissing or nothing.
Oh, that's wiper.
I tried that.
I know the wiper's not going to work because the cables are eaten.
All right.
Let's see, does it actually shift now? Okay. I hooked the, oh, that's weird. It's neutral, drive, low, reverse.
Reverse is where?
All the way to the right. Yeah,
Oh,
look at that.
I've never seen reverse over there.
I haven't either. That's weird. Okay, well
Is that
that's
a clock on the dash, or what is that?
that's the clock right here, but it's you can't see nothing. Courtesy lights.
Like parking lights?
I think these are the courtesy lights.
Oh, for inside?
Yeah, none of those are working. Yeah, I don't know how. I have to check that ignition switch too.
Is that? Oh.
That's the horn.
A whole
No,
lot of nothing.
nothing is working. We have a generator light. That's it. So we know the car's getting power at least.
To the starter, that's it.
But it does us no good if there's, yeah, it's the wrong starter. So, all right, well, we'll be back some other day. Good morning. It's another day, weeks later, again. I don't know how much of the previous footage right before this, if it even showed up or if you got to hear it because, yeah, I forgot to turn the microphone on. But just in case, it was the second starter I had ordered, not the right one. After more studying and talking to guys that know more about these Buicks than I do, which that's not hard, come to find out the 61 Buick Electra is a 1 year only for many parts, including starters. So all these auto parts places like Speedway and all these other ones that say the starter will fit a 61 to 63 are wrong. 61 had its own starter. I think I found one. This one looks more like it. It's called a long nose. Goes further up in there and weighs 50 times more than the other ones. So this one's going to be fun. I've already got the tools and the bolts ready. I'm going to try and stick this one in there. And then we're going to try this again. The whole goal this whole time is to get this engine to turn over. And hopefully it's going to happen today. So we will see if we can get that monster in there. The bolt pattern looks correct. The part that scares me, which if this is the right one, it should be okay. But the frame rail is right there. It looks like it's going to be close. So let's get set up again. This has been 6 weeks of just trying to get a starter to work on this thing. Iceman has already said, I can't believe you haven't given up on that car. But in the many cars I've ever worked on, not one has beat me yet. And I'm not going to start now. So let's see if we can get this starter on and see if we can finally get this engine to turn over. All right, and for time reference, today is New Year's Eve. I have today and tomorrow off from real job to work on this thing. So I can't do a lot today, but I'm gonna do as much as I can. All right, where's the bolts at? I have these ready because this starter is heavy. Please fit. Get the starter wire out of the way. Okay, it looks like, is this one? It would be that pattern. Okay, so it sticks the solenoid right up by the manifold. Of course, making it impossible to get a starter wire on. Yeah. Finding out more reasons why this car is not on any of my lists. Okay, that felt different. I think we might be all right. So we get bolts in. This, okay. Before I could put the bolts on with a socket. That's not happening on this one. I'm gonna have to use a wrench. Stay. I'm gonna have to take my gloves off. I can't feel what I'm doing. Trying to stay somewhat clean for festivities tonight. And by festivities, I mean staying here and doing stuff. Oh, is that it? Get it started at least. God, I made this. Now I know why it was 1 year only. Oh, come on. How are you supposed to get a... God. Now I know why people were robbing parts off of this thing, because they're gold. Found this one on eBay from a company, and it's a rebuild just fine. But it was, for shipping and everything, it was like $400, which I don't think I've ever spent that much on a starter in my life. He's slowing down in front of my house. Looky-loos. Maybe. All right. I'll have to, if I can show you this, they give you no room to tighten this bolt. And from what I'm seeing, or what I've seen by doing this and trying out those other two starters, they bolt on. It's the flywheel teeth are different. So I don't know if they changed flywheels or what, but it's this 2-speed transmission. Alright, that one's tight. How are you supposed to get to that one? Yeah, there's no way to get a socket on it. Yeah. Well, y'all tell me in the comments what you're doing for New Year's. I avoid crowds and people because it seems like these days people don't know how to act. Can I get it from? Kinda. Okay, that's where they want you to do it. Hopefully I'm turning it the right way. Am I? Yeah. car is giving me nightmares. Those type where you wake up thinking about it. And I don't like that. I don't even have to find the flywheel cover for this thing. Oh, there's a chance that it could be in the car. I haven't looked real hard. The only thing I've done outside of this that I didn't do on camera was I did pressure wash it. Knocked a lot of the mold and rust and paint off. Okay, it's in the car. Luckily the starter trigger wire is on the bottom. Let me see if I want you to do this. Bring this around from the bottom. This will work. Got a lot of traffic out today. Wait, I don't know what that was. Alright. Set that down so I don't drop it. And that should work. Yeah. 900 plus vehicles I've owned, I've never run into a situation like this before. I've never had a 1 year only anything. I mean, I figured it was gonna be somewhat rare because they didn't make many of these, but this is ridiculous. I'm surprised these cars aren't worth more. They're worth a lot if they're in like pristine condition, which this one is far from it. I'd give this one fair-ish condition. I keep forgetting to check the mileage on this thing too. Can I get to that with a socket? This would be so much easier. No, I can't. Dang it. Make cars where you gotta do everything by a wrench. I guess if you're a mechanic shop, you're gonna make more by hour, but the person is gonna have a the mechanic's gonna have a conniption by the time they get done. Having to do this a quarter turn at a time, I can't imagine what it'd be like if this starter was no good. I don't even want to think about it. I think at this point, if this doesn't work, we might just pull the engine out and sell the car. All right, we're almost there. I hope everybody had if you celebrate, a good Christmas. Ours was nice and chill. Ate too much food. Took a couple naps. It was everything I remember it to be. The naps part. Anyways, I don't get to do that a whole lot. It was so nice I did 2 in one day. This might be a sign of my age. Ugh. Okay, you know what? While I'm down here, let's go ahead and set the trigger up. We can go find the trigger and we'll get that hooked up. Let's get this battery on here. Don't ever do this. Okay. Let's see. Are you serious? Might just be a very low battery too. Oh, thank God, that's it. I was considering some tannerite. All right, well, let me put the charger on this thing, get it boiling, cooking. Yeah, the horse came up to say hi. Goat's over there. He always follows behind her somewhere. So, all right, well, yeah, let me get this boiling. Now that it's turning over, we can move on. Get the spark plugs changed, get the distributor cleaned up, put the new points and all that stuff on. I'll do that off camera because it's back in there. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you've seen somebody do points before. So I'll do the points in the rotor and throw the cap on. And luckily the firing order is right there on top of the valve cover. And I'm going to assume it's a standard GM sideways parallel 13572468. But I'm going to verify. With everything going on with this car, I don't know, one might be in the back. All right, threw the battery on the, or the charger, should I say, on the battery. This battery's shot, but hopefully it'll do enough for us to work on this. But I popped the valve covers back off and kind of just stuck my finger in each of these spark plug sockets, and not all of the valves are moving. So I think what we're going to do, looks like these are non-adjustable. So we're going to pull the rocker assemblies off each side and check the push rods and then tap these valves, kind of knock them loose, maybe spray them down a little bit. Oil's getting to the top of the engine, so that's a good sign because it's puddling at the back. Oh yeah, and by the way, I put the car back on the ground, that way I could reach. I also vacuumed out the intake manifold because there was some mud dust down in the bottom, so I got that out of the way. But yeah, let's go ahead and knock out taking these rocker assemblies off, see what kind of condition they're in, make sure they aren't seized up or anything. Because a few are moving. I think there's compression on 2 cylinders. That's it. Partial, a little bit on a couple more, and then a couple of them none. So let's, I guess I can show you real quick. Let's see. Yeah, so that's happening. If you saw there on number 1, it's kind of happening like that. There's only 2 that are working, it looks like, properly. But let me grab my tools and let's, yeah, get these rockers off. Oh yeah. Well, spoke too soon. Well, that's crazy. One was loose. Shorter. Break these loose. Okay, they're not that tight. That impact just sucks. I have a good one, but I need a... I don't have the battery charger for it, so it's dead. Oops. Moving. Oh, that one's, yeah, these are pretty sticky. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Should move a lot easier than that. Alright. Definitely going to have to clean up these rockers. That might be part of the problem right there. Right. This engine is very sludgy. They're not bent, but it looks like, unless this is a style I've never seen before, every one of these, are they solid? No, they can't be solid. Huh. Unless this is some style push rod I've never seen before, they're all stopped up. That's not good. Let me get my poker. There they are. Normally your oil passes up through the push rod. Well, I have to spend some time cleaning this sludge out. This is horrible. Yeah, like I said before, I've never messed with one of these before, so I don't know anything about these. Oh, crows are back. God, what a mess. But well, how's oil getting? No. Unless those are the ports. I'm gonna turn it over and see where the oil comes from. Oh, that's deep sludge right there. God. So what happens when you don't change your oil like you're supposed to? I think we're gonna do a mixture of sauce in this thing. We'll do some oil, and if we get it running, mixture of oil with some transmission fluid in it, some detergent that'll clean all this stuff out of here. Because this is bad. I mean, I've seen worse, but it's still bad. I guess that's something there. But there's a hole under that sludge. I have a feeling there's some mileage on this car. Actually, let me see. Never mind, I can't make out what it says. It's foggy or dirty or something. Huh. Well, let's pop a couple valves with a hammer and see if they move. That one feels fine. Get to that one. That one sounds different. What if we have some stuck lifters? It very well could. I hope not. I should probably study a diagram of how this engine goes together. I'm guessing lifters might be accessible under this top plate. Kind of scared to take that off. See if any of these lifters are moving. That one's 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 moving. Okay. They're all moving. I wonder if it's just that rocker assembly. I see oil. Is that where it comes from? Might be learning something right now. Okay, that one's, there's no oil coming out of this one. Oil's coming out of there. Ooh. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be changing the oil. Is that? Does it come? I'm confused. That's, I don't know. At least we know we have oil pressure, because even with this slow rotation, oil's getting out here, up here. I just don't know, with this being solid push rods, okay. Push rods are working. Let me get, yeah, let me go ahead and knock that rocker assembly off, check those real quick, and then figure out where we're gonna go from there. But definitely gonna do some transmission fluid in the oil, because this is horrible. All right, folks, it's been a few weeks, and I have updates, and it's not looking real good. When I left off last time, I took the rocker assemblies off and kind of messed with them, put some oil on them, got them working again. And then I was turning the engine over and it locked again. Like a hard lock, like, I mean, it stopped. So I got down there on the crank, spun it backwards, it moved, spun it forwards, locked again. Spun it backwards, locked. Spun it forward, and it locked again. Now, what I'm thinking, first I thought it may have been the distributor, So I pulled it off. I didn't know if maybe it was stuck. I don't think it's lifters. Now I'm scared. Now you remember in this video, I think I showed it, when I was pouring fluid in these cylinders to free them up, that one took a whole lot, number one over here. Now I'm kind of scared. Now I'm thinking, we're about to find out why this thing was parked. There might not be a piston in there. So we're going to stick the screwdriver down in there and see if we can hit anything. If we don't, we know what our problem is. Yeah. So if that happens, that will wrap up this video, because I'm not in a position right now to go yanking this engine out and start on it. So this would get pushed back in line with everything else. So that's where we are. So let's jam the screwdriver down in that cylinder, and all of them, see if we find something missing. All right, there's nothing. No, there is a piston in there. Let's try. That's weird. A piston in there. Piston in there. Wait, what did I... the hell? Oh. Okay. We got a piston in there. What is... Now I'm really confused. Why is this thing locking up? Oh, well, the piston could be disconnected from the rod, and maybe got a busted wrist pin or something. Okay, well, the pistons are still there. Well, I guess what we can do, guess we need to try and turn this engine over and see if all the pistons are actually moving. Yep. I guess we can try that next. I think is it still locked right now? Oh, it's turning over right now. Okay. Well, let's see. Well, now we're at the top, I think. Let me get you mounted. I can't do this all with one hand. Okay, I think this one moved. Yep, that one's moving. That one's moving. That one's moving. That one's moving. Okay, what is going on with this thing? That one's moving. That one's moving. That one's moving. Okay. What is happening? Why would it randomly... I mean, when it locks, it locks. Like, there is no budging it. But you can spin it the other direction. Weird. This car is going to be a demon. Yeah. See right there. Just locked up. Something is hanging up. Lifter? Timing gear? Huh. I don't know. One of the reasons I'm leaning towards it not being a lifter is because, this is me thinking out loud, when I had the rocker assembly off, it did the lock thing. So if it's turning over like that, that means the lifters are outside of the cam range, or at the top of the cam. Yeah, I really don't know. It's not the starter, because it's not engaged. I don't know. We're wrapping this video up today regardless, because it's been 6, 7, 8 weeks of us filming on this car, and we have hardly gotten anywhere outside of, well, we got the hood on and got a starter. And we found out the engine's not locked, but then it does lock. It's definitely a mechanical lock, so there's something interfering. You can't just drop the oil pan in this without taking the engine out. Everything right now is leaning towards, yeah, big job. And if we're going to do all that, we're going to take the engine out, we're just going to rebuild it. But I'm trying not to do that. I'm not ready for that. So let me do some pondering, figure out if and what we're doing next. We're into this thing already, so what I'm going to do is we're going to take this intake off, because I think if we take this intake off, we can take that valley cover off, and I think the lifter should be there. I'm going to try and do this without taking the power steering brackets off. I think we can. An old early 70s El Camino coming by. That's cool. Wrong bolt. I already took the rocker assembly off again. And then I loosen these bolts up. Get off there. Get off there. I don't know how hard it is to find intakes, gaskets for this thing. Shouldn't be. Those should be available, I hope. The only fun part of this I'm having right now is the fact I've never worked on one of these. So, outside of that, not real happy. But this also goes to show that not every vehicle we pick up just conveniently does start and run. This is probably our biggest challenge so far. Where did I put my pry bar? I just had it. Alright, well, I got company, so I'll tune back in here in just a second. We'll try to pop that thing off here. Alright, we're back. That was Vivian's mom, my oldest daughter's mom. She came by with Cherry Bomb, the little Scion, because it's making a noise, and it looks like I'm going to help her out and do, looks like both CV axles in the front are on their way out. So, yeah, that's what took me a minute, but let's see if we can get this intake off of here. I went ahead and loosened up this power steering bracket just to make it a little easier, but I think everything else is out of the way. It should just pop off there. Of course, it's probably never been off before. Oh, well, that was easy. Didn't need a pry bar. Oh, that's a good thing. I'm going to show you guys. It's a good thing we're taking this intake off before we try to fire it up. Oh, Lord. Yeah, jeez. Should have known better. That'd give you a hint of what's in there. God. I probably should have known better. But look how bad
This is full, 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 full. There's stuff down all in there. May have found the problem. Huh. Whew. Well, I'm gonna grab my vacuum cleaner real quick and clean all this mess up. Yeah, see if I can get all this stuff out of here. Yeah. Well, at least the spark plugs are out, so if we can get it spinning over, get all this stuff out of the valves, but that's definitely not good. And that'll definitely cause some issues. So, all right. Yeah, luckily it's been turning over slow, not real fast. We didn't try to fire it because that would have been catastrophic. So let me clean that up real quick. Alright, that got a lot of it, but I can still see some stuff down inside of it. So I'm going to grab my air hose real quick. We'll probe the wand down in there, see if we can blow some stuff out. But that was bad. Real bad. Alright. I should probably do this like a dentist. Alright, let's see what these valves. turn over now. If it does turn over, that might tell us something. We are on the right track. Nope. I don't know if I can turn this over by hand or not. Backwards. No. All right, we're stuck somewhere. Let's see if I can get it to turn backwards. Let's see. Oh, need a bigger bar. Alright, let's try this again. God. Stuck. Let me get my foot on it. I don't know if it just popped loose or if the bolt came loose. Oh no, it came loose. Yeah, I wish we could drop the pan. Bump it now and see if it... I see push rod's moving. Yeah, I see. Oh, I see. I can see the pistons. I mean, they're right there. They're all moving. Got a bad connection over here. That's smoking a little bit. Huh. Take this valley cover off and see what we're looking at. I believe you take this off, we should see the lifters. Well, we might as well. We're already in here anyways. These are uneasy. Rusty bolt. Alright. Alright, is the cover gonna come off easy? There it goes. Yeah, sorry about sniffling. Sinuses are driving me up the wall. Alright. Oh, God. Yeesh.
So I can get this engine to spin again. That one's moving. Oh, just locked right there. Let's get these push rods out. This is so bad. Prime example of why you need to change your oil. All right, we'll go ahead and pull these push rods out. Had to take a break for a second. Got another vehicle that's going to be coming to me. Not mine, but one we're going to be working on. Should be fun. Way out of the norm for me and the channel. And lifters they seem to be moving. At this point, I don't care if we mix them up. That one's moving. That one moved. Let's see if any of these are stuck. That one came up. That one came up. That one came up. Huh. They all seem to be moving. Grab a screwdriver. Alright, let's see if we can get these lifters out of here. Oh! Oh. Yeah, that's... I mean, they're all away from the cam. Let's see, I'll turn over right now. So we can get an eye on what it's doing. There's something... I'm afraid we could probably get this thing to fire, but with what it's doing, there's something's not quite right. Because I can still, it's still bumping. So something is still hitting. Let me blow out the cylinder walls. Start over here with number one. Yep. Number three. There is stuff flying out of the cylinder, so yeah. Turn over. That actually sounds better. Grab a jump pack. Boost. Oh, is it on boost? Oh, that'll sound good. I think I just need to get a better battery. Those lifters are very sticky. Yeah. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. That sounded a lot better. Definitely going to run some heavy detergents through this because it's bad. Okay, all right, I'm feeling better. I'm just trying to see if we can make it run. Yeah, normally we'd pull the engine out and do all that. I just don't have time right now. All right, I can get you in for a closer look now. You can see how dirty that all is down in there. But everything is starting to finally start moving. And I think if we run some good detergent, high detergent oil through here, it'll clean a lot of that up. Or some additives, Lucas, Seafoam, whatever. We'll try that. But I guess unfortunately this is going to be the end of the video and kind of a teaser before we go to part 2 of cleanup and reassembly. I need to see if I can figure out which carburetor we're going to put on it. I do have a Holly, which might be about right for this. I've got a couple Edelbrocks, Quadrajets. Yeah, so figure that out. Just to see if it's going to run. It doesn't really matter as long as it'll drop some fuel. I'll go ahead and get some new intake gaskets for it. Maybe reuse these. They actually look okay. But yeah, I don't want to go too deep on this until we figure out what we're doing. I'm not ready to dig in and do a full-on rebuild. So we rebuild this, we're going to pull it out of the car, completely tear it down all the way, redo everything, put a cam in it, new timing gears, like, I mean, just do everything. And we'll cam it nicely. So let me clean up my mess here real quick and then we'll wrap this up. All right, guys and gals, that's going to wrap up this video. Unfortunately, I don't know, it's 6 to 8 weeks to get to where we are right now. So I really apologize. We didn't get very far, but we got a lot of answers. And the main one is parts for this car are very hard to find. But we're gonna keep going. I'm not gonna let the first vehicle ever beat me out of the, no telling how many I've worked on, but this would be the first one to beat me, and I'm not going to let that happen. It just might take a little longer, but appreciate you guys sticking around and all the love and support, and for everybody that randomly started buying stuff from the merch store. Really appreciate it. That kind of stuff helps us get the parts we need to keep working on this stuff, and yeah, that's where we are. Weather's about to probably dip and get colder, so be back working in the garage. Got Iceman trying to find me a wood stove so I can get some heat in here. That way I can work in comfort without loud
patio heaters. But yep, 61 Buick Electra. She's definitely testing me, but we're gonna get there. But I appreciate it. If you stuck around, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and check out the merch store, GARTH'sGraveyardGarage.com. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere else we're at. And we'll see you, hopefully not as long as it took to get this one out, and we'll see you in the next one, probably in the next couple weeks, if we're lucky. So don't hold me to it. I apologize. Right now it's slow going, but eventually I think we'll get back on schedule where we're doing this more full-time again. So anyways, love you guys. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you in the next one.